everybody, Shaving Nobody Else's Auto. Obviously, not in the office tonight. I'm out on the road still. Looks like a bunch of you are here already with us. Mark's on with us. Pete's here. Kevin L. Jim's on. Glad you guys all made it and ready to go tonight. Like I said, we're going to be doing a somewhat abbreviated version of the episode tonight. Since I am on the road, we're not going to get into a magazine. But we're going to get a lot of the other stuff squeezed in like we typically do. Tweedly D's here, Scott Lame. Obviously, we'll have some open chat. We'll do a toy. I don't have a promo tonight, but I got another cool toy that I think you guys are going to dig. We're going to talk about that, some emblems. Bill Disk is here from Georgia tonight. Alan's on. Bill Wagaman, David W. Glad you guys all made it. And I found some great stuff this week. So our auctions are going to be pretty cool. Plus, it's all stuff that I didn't own 3 days ago. So the truck is jam-packed. I got a lot of cool stuff. Johnny Z's here. God Monster's back. Jennifer's on with us. Good. Brian Dispatch. Anyway, as always, before we get too deep into things, autocorrect, please double check your autocorrect before you hit send. If I can't make out your comment, I will just have to skip it and move on to the next one. So trolls, obviously, you guys do a great job with trolls. I'm going to ignore them. You guys do a great job of letting them know they are not welcome, and you take care of them for me. So appreciate that as always. Super chats are great. Whenever somebody throws one of those out, I always appreciate that. And let your friends know that we are on and live and ready to go. So that's right, number one. I got Spuds hanging out behind me. I actually found an original Spuds this week. I found so much cool stuff this week. It's off the rails. So it's been kind of crazy. Nope, I didn't bring the Hudson badge with me. Big Job is here. Alan's on. Let's see. Let me get caught up here real quick. Bill says hit the like button. Appreciate that. Alex is on with us. Okay. All right. Looks like we're all caught up to speed. X-Ray made it tonight. Now, first thing we've got to get into is not something that I want to have to get into, but it needs to be addressed. I don't really know how to put it. I'm still a little bit in shock from when I got the text last night. But the only way to do it is to just go over it and let everybody know. You'll notice that Jennifer is on with us. Jennifer Withrow is here. Jason is not. Due to complications with his surgery this week, we lost Jason this week. Jennifer's here with us. She's on tonight because she knew Jason would want her here. A pulmonary embolism, most likely from the skin graft surgery. It was almost instantaneous. There was nothing they could do. It was just the way it sounds, almost an immediate thing. Jennifer is here with us tonight because she knew that he would want her to be here with us. So we obviously want to keep Jennifer in our thoughts and prayers. And she's got a long week ahead of her. This just happened a couple days ago. So it's something that we all need to keep in our thoughts. Obviously, we've never lost a nobody before, and so it was, like I said, it's still a shock to me. I can't imagine what Jennifer and their family is going through, but they're here with us tonight because they know that's what he would have wanted. So it obviously not something that we want to have to talk about, but definitely needs to be addressed, and it definitely makes you think about how short this life can be. Just boom. Jason's been on here with us almost since the beginning, and just was always there, a great supporter, a great member of the group, a great participant in the group. We've got a lot of people that just like to hang out with us, which is awesome. But Jason was always there, always buttoned up against number one for trivia, and a great contributor and a great member and a great nobody. So, we definitely want to think about that. It's like I said, I I had to read the text about 3 times just to let it soak in when she sent me that. So I'm glad that Jennifer and the family are here with us tonight. And obviously we want to keep them in our thoughts and our prayers. But don't take anything for granted, guys, because you never know what can happen. Obviously there's a bigger plan for Jason at this point. And we don't know what that is, but he's not here with us anymore. So, if anybody wants to do anything, obviously whatever anybody is comfortable with is awesome. If you want to do anything through me, add on to auction totals or whatever, anything anybody wants to do, if you want to do it through me, I can compile that and get that to her and PayPal it straight back to her. Anybody that wants to do anything individually, obviously is awesome. But it was just, quite a shock to me to hear that, especially, he was here with us last week, even with the burns and even with the health issues. And I know some of you other guys have health issues as well, but, we were all always there for each other. For him, he was here, even though he was laid up and still participating. And then obviously due to something weird, he's not here with us anymore. So, lots of comments popping up, obviously directed to the family. I'll let you guys take care of that. They're on here with us. They're reading them. So that's great. And, like I said, you never know when that time's going to come. So obviously, like I said, go out and do whatever you want to do. Don't second guess it. Don't take a second look at it. If it's something you want to do, you got to do it. So, kind of crazy that, it happened to us, but it's bound to happen no matter what group you're involved with. Things like that can happen at any point in time. So I'm happy that Jennifer and the family are on with us tonight and allowing us a few minutes to offer our condolences to them and the family. And please keep them in mind with, as we go through the week. I know they're going to have a rough week ahead of them, but like I said, it was kind of crazy to get that note and actually had that sink in that we lost one of the nobodies. So anyway, if anybody's got any ideas or anything that we want to do, obviously, the family is definitely, at least they're here with us. And I'm glad they did join us tonight to give us this opportunity. And, but please keep them in your thoughts and in your prayers, and anybody that wants to do anything. Like I said, if you want to add to auctions, obviously you guys all have my PayPal info or whatever. Anything you want to funnel through me, I will just compile and send a list of the names along with the money and PayPal it straight back to them for any memorials for Jason. So anyway, we're extremely sorry for their loss. It was, like I said, it's still a shock to me that he was here with us last week, having a great time, and he's not anymore. So I appreciate Jennifer letting me know, keeping me in the loop so we can share it with you guys. And it said it doesn't matter what group you're involved with throughout life, things are going to happen. And unfortunately that's what happened this week. So like I said, we'll keep them in our thoughts and our prayers. And Jennifer said that they were going to have some information about the service and stuff. So like I said, it's just crazy to think about, but it's also something to remind us, if you're going to do it, go out and do it. And I'm honored the fact that Jason thought what we did here was important enough for it to become part of his Sunday evenings and this group to be part of his Sunday evenings. But like I said, I hate to have to report that, but we all need to know what's going on, and we all need to be thinking about Jennifer and her family throughout this week. So thanks everybody for giving me a few minutes to go over that. I really felt that we needed to spend a little time with that for Jennifer. And what was his last auction win? I don't even know. I'd have to look. I'll have to flip back through the notes because I really don't remember. But anyway, like I said, something to think about and something that we all need to keep in mind that, it's a one-shot deal. life's a one-shot deal. You get one trip around, so make the most of it. And I'm glad that Jason thought that we were important enough to make us part of what he did in his trip around. So thanks for everybody. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your support for Jennifer and her family. And I appreciate Jennifer letting me know so that we could, I hope I've done a good job for Jennifer explaining the situation. And like I said, it was almost instantaneous. She said there was nothing they could do when it hit him. And that was it. So anyway, let's keep them in our thoughts and our prayers throughout the rest of the evening and this week. And hopefully Jennifer will continue to hang out with us on here a little bit. And anything that I can do, you guys know how to get a hold of me. Even if we've got to funnel it through me to get it to Jennifer, we'll do whatever we need to do for them. So anyway, thanks to everybody. I appreciate you indulging me for a few minutes to take some time with that. And I appreciate your guys' support for the family. So anyway, I guess we'll keep moving forward a little bit. We'll start talking about what happened this week in the car world. And I hope, Jennifer, you're definitely more than welcome to hang out with us all you want. So anyway, obviously I'm on the road. I'm not in the office. I'm at the hotel. And I've been on the road for the last 3 or 4 days. I've got a ton of stuff. I bought a ton of stuff. Toys, parts, cans. I got a little bit of everything. Badges. Alec from Facebook got over on YouTube tonight. Glad you made it. So anyway, we'll kind of start slowly moving forward. It's just a little tough. I'm having a little trouble moving forward. Because I want to make sure we honor Jason. So that's right, Johnny Z. It's raise a glass to Jason, absolutely. And your guys' support's great, and I'm sure it means a lot to the family. So anyway, what happened this week? Like I said, I was busy getting ready to go the first half of the week. So I was pretty busy in the shop and running some errands around there and then hit the road. Obviously, one exciting thing this week was obviously the Duesenberg videos. I would assume a lot of you guys probably caught the Duesenberg videos. Pretty amazing stuff. Excuse me. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. They've done extremely well, especially for me, for my little channel. For the numbers that those videos generated, but it was still a pretty amazing deal. Yes, Alex, that Duesenberg was a known serial number. It was registered back in the early 60s. It was a known number. But most people in the Duesenberg world today had never seen that car. That is one of a handful of cars that even Randy Ema had never seen. And Randy Ema is basically the world's leading expert in Duesenbergs. He has seen almost every one of them and examined and documented them in person. That was one of the handful of Duesenbergs that even Randy Ema had not seen in person. So so the VIN was known, but the car was not very well known because it hadn't been seen in so many years. It was put away in 67, but the last time it was actually shown out in public was 61, I believe. So it's been 60 years since anybody has seen it. And that was pretty amazing. So yeah, and Jennifer just commented it was a brush fire that got out of control. And that got Jason and burned him a lot worse than what obviously was hoping for. So that just got out of control. But anyway, yeah, it'd be nice to have that in my yard. Yeah, like I said, I didn't find the car. Obviously, Doug found the car. Literally a cold call is how Doug ended up with the car. But pretty amazing that that those cars still exist. There's still some of that stuff out there. Not much, but there's still a few out there hiding. So it was fun to do those videos. I've gotten to know Doug Prey pretty well, and getting to know Adam Prey now that Adam's taken over the shop. In fact, Adam texted me yesterday about some other stuff they want to do content on, so I need to get back down there and do some more videos with them. But the Duesenberg videos, when Doug called me and told me about that car, I was like, wow, that's just not something you get to experience. Those cars are so far and few between. The ones that are out there are housed in, very, very prestigious collections. You don't just stumble onto them. You don't just get that opportunity to go hang out with a car like that. So to be able to spend some time with it, do the videos, learn about it, something that, like I said, when you don't have the opportunity to experience that stuff, you don't learn much about it because you're just not around it. So obviously Doug knew a little bit about him. He learned a lot about him with that car. I was able to learn some of that knowledge, and we were able to share some of that with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed those videos as much as I enjoyed making them. So, but for me, the videos have done extremely well. The first video has been watched 85,000 times. So in less than a week for my little channel, that's a lot of views. So that was cool to do, and I had a lot of fun doing them. Like I said, they got some other cool ideas. So we'll see what else we can come up with next time we go back to Auburn Cord Duesenberg, see what they're doing with that car and things like that. So hope you guys like those videos. If you haven't seen them, be sure to go back and check them out because they were great. What else is happening? I've been out on the road. Like I said, I ended up in Missouri and actually stopped in Joplin. Yesterday or the day before we went through Joplin. I found a great place in Joplin you guys want to check out. If if you guys are ever down in that part of Missouri, Rangeline Antique Mall in Joplin was a great place. Actually had antiques. I tell you what, some of these places, went to two of them in Joplin yesterday. One of them, it was an antique mall, and I don't think there was hardly anything in there that was made less than over 10 years ago. It was a glorified Hobby Lobby, and that was the whole thing. Rangeline Antique Mall, well worth checking out if you're in that part of Missouri. So enjoyed that. Ray, the guy that actually runs it, I actually had sold him some stuff at a swap meet a few years ago. So it's pretty cool to make that connection. Got some awesome stuff there. So some of that's going to be some of that stuff's going to get shared with you guys. I got a toy there that is going to be on Toy Tuesday coming up that is going to blow your minds. This toy is crazy. One of the craziest toys that I've got. It's huge, it's awesome, and it's old. So anyway, that's still lots more comments coming in support of Jason and Jennifer, which is great. There's been so many of them. I'm not going over them all because Jennifer's seeing them, and that's what's important. Dedicated show to Jason on the next show from the clubhouse. I think it's absolutely. It's all, Jason was one of us. There's no doubt about it. So still in a little bit of shock. And like I said, any of you guys that want to, contribute to the family, or like I said, contribute to the car fund to get Jason's Plymouth going. And if you want to do that through me, just let me know. If you add it to auction winnings or you PayPal me directly, or however you do it, just make sure you let me know how much is there. I will compile it, put a list of the names together, and then PayPal it over to Jennifer because obviously I've got her information from the stuff they've bought on the auctions over the years. So that's awesome, guys. If you want to help the family with Jason's cars, that's great. So Kevin's a fan of the antique malls in Missouri. Well, I went to two of them in Joplin yesterday. Like I said, one of them, very little in there, over 10 years old. Rangeline Antique Mall, good place. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Lots of support for the Plymouth project, which is awesome because we know that Jason liked his Mopars. So, anyhow, what else has been happening? Like I said, that's pretty much it. I went and picked up one car this week. We had to go look at some parts for Dad's 39 Cadillacs. We went and did that, and I bought one car while I was there. I bought a 49 Ford two-door sedan we're going to be bringing you content on. So we'll be getting that squeezed in here soon. So I'm kind of out of kilter here, obviously, not in my normal place. So I got my stuff sitting here, but it isn't the way it's normally set up. So that kind of messes with me a little bit. Plus, the camera's sitting higher on the computer than the way it normally is. I've usually got the camera down here. So I kind of got to get used to that. So bear with me since I'm kind of funky here right now. Trying to read comments, keep paperwork. Actually, let me. I got all these badges piled up over here on the desk. So, but that's right. Another thing I got like a big handful of more badges, early badges, most of which are duplicates. I need to get home and get through them, but like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 more badges, early stuff. So, like I said, it's been a pretty cool week. I got some great toys. Some of it I'm going to sell too. Some of it's going to be duplicate stuff. No Gray Kitty here, not in the hotel. So, we're just out running some errands. So, and I need to get through this part of the world, and I knew there was some stuff at. So, stopped by. I actually went through where Tim's at, Mr. Good Flyers, grabbed a handful of stuff, just a few things at his place, but it's just kind of snowballed since then. So, salvage yards, antique shops. It's been a pretty crazy couple of days. So, and anyway. We'll get to a toy. We're not going to do a promo tonight, but I got another cool plastic that we're going to check out, and we'll do some badges and emblems. We'll get to some auction stuff, and that's probably what we'll wrap up with tonight. Mike from New Waverly, Texas, is here. But like I said, everything in the auction tonight, every single piece of it, I did not have a week ago. I've gotten all this stuff Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every single thing tonight. I was cleaning it up, sorting it out this morning. Every single piece tonight I didn't have 3 days ago. So it is literally all fresh merchandise. So anyway, but for a toy, I didn't find any promos tonight to this weekend, so we have to improvise a little bit on that. But it's still a really cool plastic car. And some of you guys maybe are familiar with, yeah, Brian, that's what I'll do is I will get, anybody that, Billy Bowman's here, any donations that come through me, I will send Jennifer a list of the donors with that. So if that's easier for you guys, like I said, especially when you guys are doing auction purchases, if you just wrap it together, things like that, just make a note in there, X amount for this. And then, and I'll throw a little in with it and we'll fire it all off in one group deal too. Or, you can do it however you guys want to do it. There's no pressure to do anything from anybody, but anybody that is willing to, I know it's awesome. I know that Jason meant a lot to us, and we'll do whatever we can to help. So anyway, tonight's non-promo plastic car. Obviously, a lot of you guys have been on with me before. I love Renwalls. I found a great Renwall yesterday. This thing is really cool. Check this little dude out. Little like late 40s, early 50s Renwall convertible. Fairly well detailed for a plastic toy of that era. Obviously, this is paint on the sides for like the rocker molding. This is kind of a generic thing. I don't think these are really supposed to be anything. Now, and it is a super cool toy. A lot of you guys are commenting how neat it is, and it is cool. But it's going to get even better. It is 6 inches long, basically. So it's basically a 6-inch long car. And the trunk actually opens. Check that out. Pretty well detailed. And then the top goes down. Check that out. Up. Down. And then there's the inside. So this was 3 plastic colors. The red is molded, the yellow top is molded, and the body is blue. And it goes right up. When we actually found this, the top, somebody had painted the top silver. Shayla actually found some. She used hand sanitizer because it has an alcohol in it, and it actually cleaned the paint off the roof and didn't hurt the plastic with hand sanitizer. She just Googled it, and it said you could use like some sort of rubbing alcohol. So she tried a little bit of hand sanitizer, and it actually cleaned the paint off of the roof. Anybody that wants to contribute to Jason's Car Fund, you can do it through my PayPal. NobodyElse'sAuto@gmail.com. That is in the description part of this video when we get done. Anybody that wants to fire anything through there, I will compile it and give her the list of names and everything and fire that through to Jennifer's PayPal, since obviously when they bought stuff on the auctions, I've got that. So Kenny's here. Yep, right. Yes, Alec, it is different than the ones we've shown in the past. And obviously, like we've talked about before, I am definitely a Renoir fan. There is no doubt about it. Jim, had one since the late 40s. Mine's yellow with a red top. This spare is gone out of this one. It is supposed to have the spare. The spare is missing. Bottom side, I guess it even had white tires. The white tires are plastic too. So 4 different colors, actually. Now, if you watch in here, there goes the top. Check that out. Flip it back up or flip it back down. So there it is. Even though it's not a promo, I thought it was a super cool little plastic car. Definitely well worth spending a little time on and checking out. So. And we'll be back on a promo next week, back when I'm in the office, back on a normal schedule. There's the trunk lid and the top. Scotty's here. Glad you made it. Badges and emblems. First one we're going to check out tonight. It's banged up a little bit, but it's a pretty unique one. It was a 1-year only badge, and the car was only built for about 6 years. Billy Durant, after he finally left GM for the final time, is when Durant started Durant Motors. In 1922, he started an economy line under Durant called the Star. Now, this one's chipped up a little bit, but this was a 2-bladed, like silver and white star with a blue background and a white border. This was pressed on the back. It would have had the button back here that pressed it to the radiator shell, like a lot of these we've looked at had. This one's obviously gone. But they only made these cars from 22 to 28. This particular badge here is a 25 star. Not something you see very often. It's about a 2-inch badge, just under 2 inches, about 1 7/8 inches in diameter. But the star is not one we see it very often. And they only used the actual star for about the first 3 years, 22, 23, 24. 25 right in there. After that, they went to, it said Star by Durant Motors with a little bit different symbol. But the first 3 or 4 years only used a basic star on a blue and white background. So kind of a unique piece and definitely a little bit different. Alex said, likes is better than Facebook now. He's got it set up. Perfect. So Alex never even heard of the star. Alex knows about a lot of this earlier stuff. So he's pretty good on a lot of it. So that's why it's kind of a unique piece. That's why I thought it was worth pulling out and checking out tonight for the badge. The 1925 Star, the low-priced line for the Durant Motor Car Company in the mid-20s. Now, we got to bump it up a few decades to a post-war badge. Johnny Z says almost looks 3D. I think that's kind of what they were going for, was like a three-dimensional thing, because it was white and silver on the star itself. I think the 3D thing is kind of what they were going for. The first couple of years, it was just a basic star in the middle on a white background. But in 25, they had two sides to it, which I think was to give that 3D effect. So I think you're exactly right, Johnny Z. Joe saw a Durant Doodlebug today. Yep, that's right, Zach. I'm on the road. But we're going to bump it up a few years to a post-war piece. Is the camera all right, guys, or should I try to tweak it a little bit? Maybe if I bring it down a little, maybe that'll help with – is that better? Maybe I'm looking at it a little more straight on. I kind of felt like it was pointing up before. So anyway, we're going to jump up to the early 60s, actually to 1960 to be exact. Okay, good. Glad you guys like it. Drop it a bit more. Is that better? I got comments down here and camera up here, so I'm trying to kind of keep tabs on things. So, okay, perfect. This is a two-piece badge off of the 1960 Chevrolet car with a 283 V8. This was off the trunk. Now, obviously, the V stood for V8, and this had the regular Chevrolet badge on it, not rally flags like a 348 car. So this would have been off of like a 283 and a 60 Chevrolet. No, Gray Kitty. I didn't bring her along. I should have brought the Heather poster. Yeah. So this was in the center of the trunk. You can kind of see the plastic is intact but faded. We've got the bow tie here. And your Chevrolet symbol here, where it would have had the gold and the red around it, encased in a pot metal chrome plated frame. This was flat. It was stud mount, went right in the middle of the trunk lid. And it is about 5.5. It's about 5.5 inches across here to give you some perspective of the size of this piece. Now, obviously, had this been a 6-cylinder car, it would have just had that. This was a V8 car, so it had the V that basically sat right under this in the middle of the trunk. And this is how it would have been configured on the car. Now, the V obviously had to be bigger because this had to sit in the middle of the V. And the V is about 10 3/4. The V is really nice, bright chrome, not chipped up. This one has some pitting in it, but that would have mounted right on the trunk lid of a 1960 full-size Chevrolet car. So there again, something kind of different, but something I thought was pretty cool and worth checking out. All right. Pete loves them both. So that kind of catches up on some open chat. What I'm up to, the Duesenberg videos, the toy, some badges and emblems. So I guess that kind of brings us up to auction time. We got some cool, I actually, believe it or not, like I told you guys, that what I was going to try to do is everything that I was going to try to find on the road. So I was hoping to find, we usually do about 20 pieces. I was hoping to come up with that 15 to 20 piece window to have a good auction night of stuff that we sell here. Obviously the whole truck's full of parts, but I got luggage racks and tailgates and stuff like that in there. But it sounds great. So get some pictures of Jason's car. Perfect. Yep, we can actually show those for sure. But as far as finding cool stuff for the auctions, that's what I was kind of worried about. And I actually ended up with enough stuff for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I literally found a whole like 2.5 big boxes of toys 5 hours ago. After I had everything ready for tonight. And it's all early, all 10 stuff, 10 lithograph. And like I said, that was after I ever had all this stuff done. And I already got some cool toys. So I'm excited about it. And I hope you guys are going to be too. So like I said, everything we're going to see tonight is fresh inventory. Just literally has hit the ground within the last couple of days. So, we need to kind of start out slow. We need to kind of figure out where everybody's delay is going to be at. As always, on the video or on the auctions, I will show you a piece. We'll talk about it. I'll give you the dimensions. I'll show you the condition. We'll talk about it and show you what I've got. We'll talk about that car, the condition of the piece. At any point in time, if it's something you're interested in and you want to start bidding on it, go ahead and throw a bid up there so I know that we've got some interest in it. Once we get done with the description of it, I will put it on the timer and we will go 2 minutes. I will kick it onto my cell phone right here. I will tell you when 1 minute has passed. I will tell you when 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed, depending on your delays, because everybody's got a delay, depending on whether it is the, you're on a computer, a tablet, your phone, your TV, your internet provider, all that stuff depends on what your delay is. So when I tell you hit the minute 30 mark, it's probably time to throw your max bid out there if you want to prevent from getting sniped. So please keep that in mind. And, as we're going through here, and like I said, I will tell you when a minute has passed. I'll tell you when a minute 30 has passed so you guys know about where we're at on the timer on these pieces on the auction. Payment, check, money order, Western Union, PayPal, friends and family, any of that works. If you've got any questions about any of it and you want to go ahead and bid, go ahead and throw a bid out there. Call me tomorrow. If you have any questions, we'll get it figured out. Not a big deal at all. So anyway, no problems on any of that. If you're non-US, that's fine. However, there will be fees associated with you getting me paid as well as shipping. Most of the small stuff I can ship it in the 48 states, and I include that. If it's something that has additional shipping, I will notify you that before we sell it. But all the stuff tonight is going to be pretty small, so there won't be any additional shipping on any of this stuff tonight unless you're a non-US buyer. If some of you guys want to buy for a couple weeks and then get squared up, that's fine. I have no problem with that either. Just let me know that you're going to pay next week after the auctions or whatever. I've got a few guys right now that have done that I'm waiting on. So that's not a big deal either, as long as I know what's going on with it. So anyway. Okay. Jennifer just texted me and said it won't let her put the link. It won't let her post the link. But the website is very simple. ArnoldsFuneralHome.com is all you have to do. Arnold's Funeral Home, ARNOLDS, funeralhome.com is where the obituary is at. So thanks, Jennifer. Perfect. Kevin got some floor mats for his truck. They are starting to reproduce them. I kind of figured they would be by now for as popular as those pickups are getting. So You are more than welcome, Jennifer. That's what we're all here for. Anyway, so let's get into some auction stuff. Like I said, it's all fresh material. Didn't own any of it 3 days ago. And please be aware of your delays, and who knows what they're going to be like tonight. I'm obviously out of my element. I hope all your internet services are working well, and we'll see what you guys come up with. Like I said, it's pretty cool. With all new stuff, all brand new, and I ended up with way more of it than what I even anticipated. So I mean, I've got some great stuff coming up for the next handful of weeks. Actually, that's a whole entire couple handfuls of more badges over here. I need to make some room. Anyway, let's go ahead and get rolling. Let's see how things go tonight for the auctions and get everything, see what everybody thinks. First off, we'll go ahead and kick things off with a 1960 Chevy trunk badge. Yes, this is fresh. It's brand new. Let's sell it. We just looked at it. We just checked it out. Like we just talked about, the V is 11 3/4, 11 7/8, somewhere in that vicinity. And the Chevy badge is 5 1/4. Now, the Chevy badge does have some pitting in it. The plastic is there and intact. It's got a crack in it, but it could be refinished and repainted if somebody wanted to use it for a display piece. This is flat mount. The V is also pretty close to a flat mount. So you could do a lot with these pieces as far as ornamental. And they are pretty good shape. The V looks great. The chrome on this one does have some pitting in it. So we'll start off with these pieces and just roll with those right out of the gate. Let's see. We caught up on comments here. Okay. Pete and Joe are chatting there. Okay, that was something different, of course. So anyway, the 1960 Chevy trunk badge pieces selling together as our first auction item of the night. Okay, perfect. It sounds like the obituary link is working. Leo just commented. A couple of you just commented. So the obituary link is working. Great. So Johnny Z at 20, starting us off at 20. ArnoldsFuneralHome.com. One more time is what it was. ArnoldsFuneralHome.com. Johnny Z at 20 on the Chevy badges. Let's go ahead and roll. Let me get my notes made. The pair of them going together, the Chevy emblem and the V. And we're kicking along here. Johnny Z at 20 as we tick along. Print the site. Yeah, I guess you could probably type in if someone want to type in Arnold's Funeral Home, and then you just put the .com behind it. And then just everybody knows to put .com behind it. That would get them there. So 1 minute has now passed. Johnny Z at 20. 1 minute has passed. Perfect. There we go. Jennifer just threw it up there. So add a .com to that, and then everybody can see it. Just hit past the minute 20 mark. Johnny Z at 20. And there's the 1:30 mark. Looks like Johnny Z is going to walk on out of here with these. Now, I know everybody's got a lot on their minds right now. I understand that. So, all right. Johnny Z at 20. Zach came in at 25, just 3 seconds too late. There was a little bit of a feed delay there. Zach was trying, but just a little bit too late. Cut that one just a hair too short. Johnny Z at 20. Johnny Z tried to come back too, but time had already ran out. But that's a good start. That's a good start. We've all got a lot on our minds tonight, obviously, so. But let's go ahead and sell the other badge. Let's sell this one too. Who liked the star badge? Johnny Z said, woo. Yeah. Don't know if it's a delay or welder's flash. Sounds like Zach's been hard at it today. Alex at 30 on the star badge. Like we just talked about, this is a 1925 Star, a division of the Durant Motor Company. Lots of bids coming in. Alec at 35 is my high bidder at this point. I didn't catch them all. I need to keep catching those so everybody knows where their delay is at. I apologize for that. About 1 7/8 inches in diameter, just a little under 2. This was kind of a 3D effect with a white and then kind of a silver over here, blue background, white border. Nice clean circle. Alec at 35 is my current high bidder on the little star badge. Leo says suspense and lag. Yeah. And I know it's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll have to just kind of. Alex at 45. Let's get this thing rolling. We are on the timer. Alex at 45. And I don't think it's going to let you put the whole email address in, guys, so you may have to kind of split it up. Alec at 50. Oh, Zach put a Mustang 2 front end under his 53 Chevy. That would understand why his eyes were messed up from welding. Alec at 50. Leo says this one's going to be a sniper's paradise. Yeah, it might be. We're going to find out in about 1 minute and 15 seconds. It is cool, though. I know I've got this one, so that's the only reason I'm selling it. Alex at 55. Some of these other ones I've still got to sort through, but I think I've got most of what I found this week. I think I've already got. 1 minute has now passed. We just crested that 1 minute point. Alex at 55. And there's 120. Very regular basis being a 1 year only deal. Alec at 60. And that does it. Alec at 60. That worked out all right. I think you got skunked last week, Alex, so you snuck that one in, but that one was probably worth waiting on. So that's a pretty cool piece. All right, I got stuff scattered everywhere. Let's do. I got a couple of other emblems here that are just kind of by themselves. We got badge bundles, we got toys, we got cans, we got caps, we got ornaments. Holy cow, we got a lot of cool stuff. Zach's got to jump off for tonight. We're glad you were here for a while. And that's right, rest in peace, Jason. That's a perfect way to sign off tonight. So since you're going to jump off with us, Next badge we're going to check out. This is the 1961 Pontiac front hood arrowhead. These are kind of cool. I've always liked these. This would have actually had kind of a blue, grayish blue color in here. All this border here would have been, you can kind of see a little bit of it left right there. 3 stars across the top. This one was V'd because it was on the front of the hood. Has 1 broken stud, 1 good stud. And it is 5 5/8 tall. 5 5/8. And 2 1/4 across. So, do we have any Pontiac fans on tonight? Obviously, nice, bright, shiny chrome. And a great-looking arrow. Or could possibly be used as a weapon. It's pretty sharp. Anyway, I've got a couple of these that are kind of a bigger piece, so I was going to throw them up there by themselves, unless nobody is interested in them. We'll give them a few more seconds to see if anybody is interested in the arrowhead. And if not, we will move on. This is 61. 61 full size is what this would have come off of. Whoa. Well, at least it didn't land on any buttons and screw anything up. 61 Pontiac front hood badge. All right. Well, I don't see anybody bidding on this one, so we may have to roll this in with some other Pontiac badges. Oh, Johnny Z likes it. I was like, this thing is so cool. Somebody's got to like it. Johnny Z at 20, Tweedly D at 10. So I got Johnny Z at 20 on this one. Like I said, it's got super bright chrome. I've always liked Pontiac, so I've always liked these big Pontiac arrowheads. I've always thought they were pretty cool. So anyway, let me get this one written up. We are ticking away on this one. I did already hit the button on it, so we are already ready to go. And I'll keep an eye on bids as I kind of look at what we want to do next. Be cool on the front fender of a hog. Yeah, it would kind of lay right there on the front fender. And there's 1 minute. 1 minute has now passed. $120 has now passed. Kenny said he got one a few months ago. So, yeah, that may be your magic number there, Johnny Z. It might be. It worked because you covered Tweedly D right away, unless Tweedly D's sitting there waiting. 20 seconds left to go on this one. $10. Pete at 24. Oh, and it didn't work. Johnny Z. Pete come in at 24. They're right towards the end. And Johnny tried to come back just a little bit late. How about a hubcap? Nice. Ozark Fox is supposed to get the Western weather stripping after a 1.5 years wait. Holy cow. 1 year and 4 months. So Big John heard those shots fired. How about a little cap? Like I said, we got a little bit of everything tonight. Let's get to a little cap. Kind of a unique one. It's dinged and dented, but hey, that's what's great about some of the stuff is the character. As long as it still looks like it should, some of the dings, dents, scuffs, and scratches are what makes the character of these pieces. This little cap here, 1963 Buick Special. See the Buick stamped in it. We see the dings and dents in it. It's still got a nice, bright, shiny chrome. Back's just a little dirty. But there again, most of these are wall hangers, and that's perfect for a wall hanger because it's got a good shine. It's got the letter stamped in it. It is about 9 5/8 across. So we're looking about 9 5/8 in diameter on this little 63 Buick special cap. Not the, this wasn't the one for the full-size cars. This would have been for a 63 special on the little Buick cap. So anyway, there's the back. There's the front. Nice, bright, shiny chrome. Like I said, dings, dents, scuffs all over. But the character is what, if some of this stuff is too perfect, then it looks like it's fake. This looks good, presents well, but obviously shows its life on the road out there. So any fans on the Buick cap? I don't think I got any Buick. I don't have any Buick badges to throw in with this one tonight. So we'll see what everybody thinks. We may throw some more hubcaps in it. Actually, let's do that. I've got a couple of extra caps in there tonight, so we're just going to throw these in together. With this one, we're going to throw an Oldsmobile cap in as well. This is about a same era. This is about a 63, but I think this is full size. Johnny Z at 20, and I'm going to do both of them. We're just going to do them both because I've got 5 caps tonight, so we're just going to sell these as a pair, and then we'll do the other 3 individually. So you're going to get a Buick and an Oldsmobile. Johnny Z at 20, Alec at 25. That's right. They definitely shine. Alec at 25, you're getting them both, the Buick and the Olds. And we are live. We are ticking away. The Olds is kind of the same deal as the Buick. Bright, shiny chrome, few dings and dents. It's a little bit bigger. That's right. Alec lost out last week, so he's back in the game. But he got the star badge. That's a pretty good start for getting shot down last week. That's not a bad way to start this week out. The Olds is about 10 5/8. It's about an inch bigger than the Buick. Alec at 25, you're getting both of them. And there's the 1 minute mark. Johnny Z at 30. And there's 120. Johnny Z at 30 on the pair, 2 for 1. And a minute 30 has now passed. There's that minute 30 mark. So if you're going to jump in, now's the time. Johnny Z at 30. $20 seconds left to go. Just about down to the wire on this one. Johnny Z at 30. And that does it. Johnny Z at 30. All right, I got another single badge here. This is kind of cool. I thought of a lot of different ideas I could do with this, so I thought I'd do it separately. This is something for our Ford fans, and it's kind of a unique piece. You could almost like use it for like a handle on like a cabinet or something. What this is it's a fuel door ornament off of a 65 Fairlane. Now, what I would do with this is see how thick this is. It's stud mount and it's flat. So you can like put it on like a door or a cabinet or something like that. I mean, you can grab a hold of it. It doesn't have an indentation, but you can grab a hold of it. I would take this, paint the red, white, and blue back in these inserts. I think that one was white, and one of these was red, one of these was blue with the shiny chrome, and put it on a drawer or a handle, something like that. I thought that would be kind of a cool piece. So, like I said, the studs are there. It's a 65 Fairlane fuel door ornament is actually what it is. So, anyway, what's anybody think about this piece? I got some badge bundles, but I thought this was kind of cool, so I thought I'd throw it up there by itself to see if anybody needed a drawer pull or something like that, a little bit different. So, anyway, what's anybody think about this? Where's our Ford fans at? That I'll throw it in with another Ford bundle. I do have one other Ford bundle tonight, but this was thought was kind of cool that it was a little bit different in the way it stands out and the thickness and the depth of it. You could do something kind of cool with it. So anyway, what are we thinking on this one? Or do we throw it with the Ford bundle? I got that other Ford bundle in there. We may just mix it in with that. Well, we'll get to this. Let's see. We'll get to this. We'll get to that a little bit later with the rest of the Ford stuff then. I don't. Big Job says 5 on it. So Big Job says he'll take it for 5. I don't have any Mopar badges tonight at all. So we'll have to get some of that stuff rounded up. Yeah, I make a neat handle for a lot of stuff. Big Job says 5. So should we sell it or should we bundle it? Mark at 7. I guess you got to start. We may have some delays hanging us up there. Mark at 7. So we'll just go ahead and roll with it. Mark at 7. We'll go ahead and throw it up there and sell it. With some of these delays, David W. at 10. Some of these delays, I got to give it a few more seconds, I guess, to let this stuff come through. David W. at 10. Alec at 12. Mark at 15. Yeah, that's right. Sniper's Paradise. Yeah, that's what's kind of weird because there was nothing there for a while, and then boom, there was a whole bunch of stuff popped up on it. So Market 15 is where we're at right now on the little fuel door ornament. As we come up on the 1 minute mark. And there's 120. Mark at 15. Nope, no Auburn badges tonight. 1:30's passed. I left the Hudson and Auburn badge at home, so